Hello and welcome to the director's commentary of Vinesauce at New York Comic Con 2015. My name is Jack Skellington, and I directed the film. And welcome to the Vinesauce ASMR challenge. Do you know what this noise is? If you guessed Scotch tape, you are correct. Hey, everyone. This is going to be a very short stream. I promised that I would show the art for the other comic book superheroes that were not used in the video, and I had a little bit of time before the studio tonight, so I figured, let's do it. Let's do it now. So consider this like a director's commentary. I'll show the video that I did for New York Comic Con this year. I'll talk about it a little bit. I'll probably pause it in a few places. And if you have any questions, you can ask. And then I will show all the other amazing art that I didn't use, and I'll explain why I didn't use it. So, I guess let's get started. If you haven't seen this, I just uploaded this today, so here it is. So, a friend of mine, my friend Rupert that filmed for me most of this, he has, his girlfriend lives in the city, so I was able to sneak on top of the building. Not that it was wrong. There was a dude suntanning up there, so there was no problem getting to the top of the building. But there was actually a few shots where I pretty much just hung over the ledge of this tall building and just zoomed all the way in. But I was really worried that some people would just get vertigo right at the start of the video, because honestly, it really got me kind of sick. So, yeah. So I had to cut a little bit away from that. But yeah, this is actually me on top of a building. Awesome Samus costume. Again, I'll be commenting over this. That raptor was there, I don't know how many days, but it was amazing. I am here with Ocelot, Revolver Ocelot, the skills. Oh, man. The best gun. Bad color correction here. Mr. Naked Snake. You guys have been the stars of the stream for the past 3 months. So now I want you guys to guess some comic book characters. You may have seen them, you may not have seen them. All right, so what is this character's name?
Ooh, looks like a ramen noodle troll.
The ramen noodle troll is correct. This is number 5 of the ramen noodle troll series.
Okay.
Have you read? In retrospect, that ramen noodle troll comic looks like the homeless guy from the Rick and Morty first season. I don't know if that's what it was based on, but yeah. This comic, by chance.
Oh, I think I'd remember if I had read this one.
Oh yeah.
He looks a little pregnant there. The Fearless Knocker.
How about this fellow?
Sponge Nipples.
Sponge Nipples. There's actually a viewer from the stream. This is a dude who knew who I was and was very insistent on doing the challenge, but he had a few good answers, so I left him in. But the thing is, I didn't want too many people who knew what the gag was to actually answer, so I cut some of his answers. From
Sponge Anime.
SpongeBob Z. SpongeBob Z. I'm here with Fox McCloud. How you doing, man?
Doing good, sir. How you?
Oof. True thing is, if you want to see this uninterrupted, you can just watch it on my YouTube channel. It's in full. You can watch it. This is with commentary, basically. But this dude was very nice, but very nervous. And I know everyone's like, you know, cringe. Yeah, I mean, some people aren't great on camera, but he was very eager. He really wanted to be interviewed. Doing good. Are you enjoying the convention so far?
Super duper. Like, always enjoying it like a lot now.
What would you guess the name of this comic is? Any guess?
I'm thinking like Walking Dead because of the skeleton.
Well, what would you say this character right here? What's his name? This particular character.
Best answer.
I call him Chris.
Chris? Who's this guy? Looks a little bit like you in some ways, because look at, I mean, lab coat, ripped.
Well, and I see like he's got the raptor feathers. His name is probably like Screech.
Screech, the lizard, what?
This dude was cool. I like this guy.
Screech the lizard.
Doctor.
Yeah,
Good job.
yeah, there it is.
Okay.
In retrospect, when I was editing the video, I thought to myself, I should have said Screech the lizard proctologist. This is my one regret.
Okay, who is this?
Lucha Owlbray?
What?
Lucha Owlbray?
Lucha Owlbray.
This dude had some of the worst answers, but he also had some of the best, most off-the-cuff, like, instant answers. This was one of them. Also, this dude was really nice, but a lot of people I maybe did like 6 or 7 comics for. So if they only have like 2 or 3, I just kind of did the best ones. So there's a lot of footage that did not make the cut.
That's incorrect. Shit. No, that is correct. Good job. Next comic. Who is this character? What is this character's name? Best guess.
Looks like Felix. Purple and yellow nipples.
Best answer. He had every answer of his was best answer. So yeah, Star Wars battle pods. Every year that Marty McFly character is there, right? And this Doc is his master. I swear, by the way, every year I've been to Comic-Con, there's always the DeLorean, and this dude basically is a shyster, but he has like different clients. He had Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters at one point, one year. It's in one of my videos. But yeah, he seems like a nice enough guy. I talked to him, but he always is there with Marty McFly, and yeah. So, and this dude, the Marty McFly, wanted to be in a Back to the Future remake. He actually said that he was eyeing the role of Marty McFly. I was like, "Can you act?" He was like, "Yeah," but I got to be honest. As much as he looks like a young Michael J. Fox, he, like, you talk to him, and it's just like, wait a minute, I don't think this dude will be a good actor. But anyway, also that screen had Wild Gunman on it, but it didn't show at all on camera. So of course you got to get your walking shots always. Always got to get your walking shots. This dude was the first dude that stopped me on day 1, and he knew who I was. He gave me a drawing that was really good. I gave him a kazoo.
Vinny said he needed a moment, but as it turns out, he had to stick to the sidelines and cry for a little bit because he's a bitch. Little bitch. That's not nice. I'm not gonna say that. You all should really appreciate what Vinny does. He works really hard for the stream. This is coming from a friend.
Yeah, coming from a friend. So that's my friend Rupert. And I saw what he was doing. He's like, I'm just going to go walk across the room. So the story behind that is my back was hurting me. My upper back. That was I think the second or third day. And the backpack and the camera were starting to hurt my back. So I needed like 3 minutes to rest. And he was like, I'm going to go take a walk. I said, okay. He's like, I'm going to bring the camera. I was like, okay. I kind of knew what he was doing. So when I saw him filming me, I just kind of played along with it, and I was like, cut, and then finger. So these are the people I did the Rick impression for, and one of them was like, you do it better than me. And also, she got someone's name. She said, I'm Mr. Bulldogs. And I said, no, it's Bulldops. She was like, oh, excuse me.
Okay. All right, I'm here with Ivy Doom Kitty at Comic-Con.
True story. I have no idea what that horn was.
Things and some comics.
No idea what that horn was.
We'll take a few guesses at some fairly well-known comics too. Who's this? Have you read this one?
I think, okay, there's cars on the Comic-Con floor, right? There are cars. For some reason, you could win a car. You can go inside cars. I don't get it. I'm assuming someone went inside to check out a car and then just honked. That's my assumption.
Looks like Danny DeVito. It's Danny DeVito as his alter ego. Atlantis toboggan
Correct.
with mushrooms.
All right,
She
so how
got
about
it
this
all
one?
on her own.
Name is One Up. Obviously One Up. He has so many mushrooms on him.
So the name of this character is One Up.
One Up.
Pretty good. Who's
Simple,
this character?
elegant.
That is Nipple Man.
Nipple Man is correct.
Great.
Well done. So who's this?
Nipple Booty Man.
Nipple Booty Man is correct from the Nipple Booty Valve Chronicles Part 6.
That graphic of sliding the booty between the nipple and the man took a lot longer than you'd expect. Yes, I just said sliding the booty between the nipple and the man. But it took like 20 minutes to get it just the way I wanted it. Such a small, dumb effect. Jesus. And also, on a side note, that's a lot of this video is full of little things. In fact, I'm hearing some hissing. I'm seeing some color correction problems. Like, for as many hours as I put into this thing, I still didn't get it right.
How about this guy?
Too late.
He looks like a homeless Snake Plissken.
Almost.
Who couldn't make varsity?
Couldn't make varsity. That is correct. With lobsters, you can't make varsity anyway. His actual name is Lobster Nandez.
Lobster Nandez.
I made that up. Never mind.
That is awesome.
Hey, so how are you enjoying Comic-Con this year?
Enjoying it a lot, having a great time.
It's maybe a familiar
Good?
face for
Who's
some.
this guy?
Creepy McPinterson, my favorite comic.
Actually, that's correct. Who is this character?
She's kind of hot though, but I can see her name right there, Isla Serrano Luna. That's basically the character because her name's already in there.
That's the authors. Oh, try again, though. Try again.
I call her Lucy because looks like a girl, but where's her broad?
Another best answer between Chris, Lucy, and the other one. This guy's just on a roll.
You haven't read this yet, have you?
Oh no, but I'm taking
It's
her
good.
home tonight.
You got. I'm telling you, got to read this comic. It's fantastic.
Look at that booty.
Well, it's gonna be the androgynous crusader here.
Very good. With. There's a with in her name.
With
Big.
big everything.
Good job.
I don't know. He looks like something that the microwave kind of failed making. Like Majin Buu tried going in the microwave and just like totally got messed up.
That is correct. That is the name of the comic book series. Well done. I'm here with some of the casts from Smash Brothers Wii U. Wii Fit Trainer, Mr.
I liked the Snake and Ocelot. They were awesome. Really nice people. And also these guys were great too. This is probably my favorite. On a whole, this group was my favorite.
Game & Watch, Villager, and Little Mac. And we're gonna do some comic books. First off, who's this guy? If anyone has an answer, just shout it out.
He looks like he's from an NFL football team.
What's the name?
Lobster.
Miami Lobster.
Miami Lobster 2017. Good job.
I think the reason I said that, in retrospect, I'm not even sure, but there's a Billy Joel song. Miami, what the hell is it called? Miami 2017. Yeah, the lights go out on Broadway. Seen the lights go out on Broadway. So it's a really great Billy Joel song. And I think subconsciously when I heard the word Miami, I was just like, yeah, 2017. You don't often think when you're interviewing people.
Is this fellow right here? Who's this?
That's obviously Captain Hair.
Captain who?
Hair.
Captain Hair. He doesn't have any hair though.
That's the point.
Pretty good. That's a correct answer. Well done. And how about this one?
I don't know, but he looks like a fun guy.
He is pretty fun, and he is definitely a fun guy. Who's this?
Okay, best piece of trivia in the whole video. That's actually me playing my slide whistle. And I played it a very specific way. I've got a particular set of skills.
Wretched soul.
Aren't you glad I'm overweight?
But it's good. It's an apple, though.
I know. That's...
Any other guesses? Bummer is the correct answer. Well done.
Yep, that's another of the best answers of the day. Bummer. Definitely accurate for that character.
That is the name of the character and the comic.
More B-roll. You always got to throw in a little B-roll and some weird music. So that's how you make a Comic-Con video. So this section right here, this is from the press area. So if you look, you could look down from the press area. You'll see there's a Doc Lewis and a little Mac in the bottom left, which I noticed later. And also, yeah, this is some props, some actual props from the Warcraft movie. Weddle Workshop always has a great booth, and you'll see like there's the Hobbit stuff. They have the actual like Chappie model. But yeah, this stuff looked great, and it was just so fun to go and film and look at. There's a Fallout Boy, if you will. So yeah, they were like, hey, spin the wheel and get a prize. Notice the pegs fall off. Look, the pegs just flew off. Look how many pegs are missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pegs. All right, and it started with how many? It started with all but 2 pegs, 3 pegs. So 4 pegs fell out. Awesome. But yeah, they were like, hey, you know, just spin the wheel and win a prize. Like, can I film it? And then I was like, all right, yeah, I want to win a prize. Prizes are cool. And then I got a sticker. My reaction is legit. Wow. It's an advertisement sticker. It's not even a cool sticker. It's a sticker that promotes their company. I still have it, actually. That's like my most cherished possession from Comic-Con. This I wanted so bad. It's the iDroid, and it's the fucking big boss hand. Also, I need a camera with a better stabilizer. I was saying the other day how this might be my last Comic-Con using this camera for video. I'm probably going to get... KY has my monopod, and I'm probably going to get a better camera. Couple that with a portable light kit that fits on the camera, a better stabilizer on the camera, and next year should look a lot better and be a lot smoother. So, anyway, this dude... Yeah, so this is cool as fuck. I asked if they were selling it. They're not. It was just a floor model. I was like, gee, I wonder if I could just open this glass and just take a closer look at this. And then I looked, there was a lock on it. But really, really nicely done. Fucking detail on that thing was astounding. I guess they were hired to make that. That's what the lady said, that the company was hired to make that. Also, this is one of my favorite accidental filming. I kind of just turned around and saw the sand person chilling by the bathroom. I don't know what's going on in the song by now. Here's some Hobbit stuff. I own one of those. I own the white one now. That's the noise you heard.
Slowly he contorts and twists the sausages. The air sausages.
Like it's my first barbed wire bet.
As you can see, the man is creating some kind of sex toy. Who's this?
Crazy old Dr.
Okay, notice he says crazy old as this guy comes along. Let me tell you a little story about this guy. This guy wandered in for no reason, starts staring, and then when the interview's over, I'm like, hey, do you want to be interviewed? Like, he was like, maybe. I'm like, great, well, you just have to identify some comic book characters. He's like, nah. I'm like, yeah. He's like, are they real? Real comics? I said, well, maybe. He goes, no, are they real comics? I said, no. And he got, like, offended. Like, he looked offended. My friend Rupert can confirm the story. He looked offended, and then he walked away. He just turned around and walked away. So, notice his entry, and then just focus on him. It's really weird.
The man is creating some kind of sex toy. Who's this?
Crazy old Dr. Crazy.
Dr. Crazy, need one more guess. I'll give you one more. You're close. What's the name of Dr. Crazy? What's his real name?
Dr. Finkel.
Not bad. Not bad. Well, congratulations. You just won a prize.
Yay.
Your prize is a birthday candle that says 40.
Yeah.
Guy's still staring.
40, I gotta use it.
Now you could use that later. And I'll tell you what, I'll give you one more prize. Have a kazoo. Congratulations. Hum
Just
into it. Hum. All right, cool. Thank you so much. This is number 5, so it's a series that's been on for a little while. Hasn't.
Just the series of things that happen on film in that previous scene is enough to make anyone just quit. Like, I'm done. That's it. I'm done.
Failed yet? You know, we're working on getting it to fail, but so far it's still good.
Like the Yukon Castaway, I think it was.
That
The
was
Yukon Castaway is 100% correct.
that was actually my favorite answer. Like, legit. That could be a comic book. That could be the name of that comic book. He fucking actually, I would imagine that character to be called the Yukon Castaway. So well done to Beast over
So
here.
you want a prize?
Great.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it. And here, I may
Of course,
have
he gets
one more
Princess.
thing for you. A kazoo. Do you know how to play a kazoo?
I don't know if I can with the teeth.
Listen to this fucking champion.
Nice. You are the best kazooer of the day, my friend.
Don't you forget it.
You guys are doing great. I mean, I didn't expect any less from probably the best team on the planet. Well,
He dropped that gun
Not
like
yet,
3
but-
times, by the way. I cut them because, believe it or not, it wasn't as funny as you'd think it'd be.
you will be. All right, how about this?
All right, it sounds horrible, but it looks like the Minion Minority Man.
Yeah, I said they escaped the
That's
You
a
can't
fucking-
say that. That's horrible. How dare you?
Good
That is
answer.
correct, though. That is Minion Minority Man. Yeah. For Revolver Ocelot. A doll head. Show it to
I
the
still
camera.
have 2 of those, by the way, doll
You're
heads.
pretty good.
I bought a
For
3-pack.
You may be a snake, but you will be a diamond dog. You won yourself a bone.
Pretty tasty.
Pretty tasty. Here you go, some Vinesauce kazoos. Since you guys were such good sports.
This dude,
Thank you.
I don't. Someone said something. Have a nice day to me or something. Or it might have been me. I don't even know. I don't remember. But then this dude with the Diamond Dog shirt just showed up. And here's the crazy thing. I didn't notice this while it was happening. I only noticed this in editing. So I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. But I only noticed this guy just yesterday, like while I was editing the scene or whenever it was I was editing the scene. And the fucking dude just started saluting. I guess if you pay attention to me, I'm not looking at him at all. Like, I'm just not focusing on him, which is weird because why would you not notice that?
You guys so much. This gun is the best gun. Say it again.
This gun is the best gun.
Perfect.
And I just walk away. And then Rupert was smart enough to get
Who's
to get a
this
close up. Can we just watch that again?
It's the best
Because
gun.
Perfect.
that's dedication.
Who's this person?
Thunder cunt.
Thunder
Another
Cunt
of the best
is
answers of
actually
the day.
100% correct. From the Thunder Cunt Chronicles, Volume 1, 2, and 6.
I know my stuff.
Yeah, Thunder Cunt was not in Thunder Cunt 4, 5, and 3 because there's just copyright issues. You just won an animal nose.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations.
That will be put to good use.
And here you go. How about this one? It's a good comic.
Crabs, but with a Z.
Crabs with a Z is correct, even though those are lobsters.
Whatever.
But that's the gag.
She had a really good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, oh Lord, indeed. I feel
Some people were better sports than others. Some people were really, really cool with it. Some people were like, eh. But mostly the ones you see. Like, there's a few people that were cut. But they're mostly the ones you see were pretty with it. So
the same way. Note the valves instead of the nipples. That might be an important element.
Tune in Tokyo.
Yes.
it's another
Well
fairly
done.
creative name.
You got him. You got him. All right. Hey, you won some nips.
Nips. Just what a girl needs.
Exactly.
She's a famous cosplayer, actually, or like, you know, she's got some degree of fame. And these dudes behind me were actually waiting to meet her. So when I pulled out the nips, like, I'd imagine people were just like, wait, what the hell is happening here?
Exactly. How about this guy?
Snork on roids.
Snork on roids is a perfect answer. I love it. This is a good
another
comic
good one.
book character.
Egg.
Egg. What? There's one more word.
Cereal.
This girl gives no fucks.
That's right. Well done. You did it. You won a prize.
That's amazing.
Blah.
So you can actually, now you can say whatever you want to anyone you want in the world.
Hey.
You did it.
She gives no fucks.
Awesome.
Yeah, those are rare. The skulls are very rare.
Is it real?
It might be. It's from a very, very small human that's made of plastic.
Yeah, she actually was very genuinely enthused to get that skull, and that was another thing that came in a 3-pack. I own the last skull. It's like the Triforce. Like I have one skull. There was the dude from the site that I was telling you about earlier. He's got the other skull, and then she has the other one. If you put them all together, you get tuberculosis. It's funny how that works.
So this character, maybe you guys can give me one word each, and you guys can construct the name of this character. So you start.
The.
Big. Big.
Surfer.
Velocibro.
The Big Surfer Velocibro. You heard it here. That's the name of the
Velocibro
series.
is
You guys
great.
did great. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the battlefield. First prize is, can you get a tight shot of this wrestler's face? Wrestle tag team. Get a nice shot of that. Look at that beautiful.
Can we just look at this for a moment? Because I went to a dollar store to look for some trash, and this was one of the trashiest things I've seen. It turns out that this particular wrestler on the right, there's like a series, right? So there's like 8 or 10 different wrestlers. The rest of them are either clones of the guy on the right. There's like 2 or 3 clones of that guy, or it's just other dudes with ninja masks, or, you know, whatever that mask is, the ski mask. So the wrestlers, the only differences are the color of their pants and the scars on their chests and the weapons, which this one came with a hilariously oversized chainsaw.
Full, like, screaming face. Definitely a real wrestler. Who wants it?
Me.
That's gonna be
I'm a fighter.
That's gonna be fun for you to carry around. Next.
I mean, the guy's got boxing gloves on. It's like, why did he take the
This is
prize?
a dog bone. Nice, Mr. Game & Watch.
See, they said, you have a dog. And I was like, all right, yeah. By the way, the dog bone, I don't even know how it got back in my school bag. I only bought one dog bone. And to this moment, I have no idea. I'm thinking Solid Snake gave it to Rupert, the dude that was filming for me, or just snuck it back in my school bag while I was looking away, because I did not have 2 dog bones.
Next one is a beautiful heart. You raise your hand first. Hand vibes, swag, and raffle. These are rings, so you can meme anytime you just raise your hand. Here you go. Swag and raffle. There's a surprise one in there. You want to see what it is?
Yeah, so the meme bans were, there's people having problems with the stream. So I'll hold off for a second until everyone gets back to up to speed. I don't know what happened. It's a Twitch thing. So these were in the dollar store, and they are different types of rings. They're like little plastic rings, and they said they had memes on them. So basically, yeah, I bought the ones with swag and raffle, but there were other ones too. And each one came with a surprise meme ring.
This is going to be good. We're going to find out what the final meme ring is, so that every time he even waves to someone, there's going to be like sick, dank memes. We already got swag and raffle. What is the last one? The villager is going to find out. Here we go. Oh, what does it say? Wicked. That's kind of disappointing, actually. My God, what year is that from?
Yeah, the amount of build-up for that was just like, I was so curious. I thought it was going to be great. And wicked. Okay.
Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed. And now you all get kazoos.
That's Ampu Night Owl.
Ampu Night Owl is 100% correct.
It's another good
From the
name.
Ampu Night Owl series with Donald Glover.
My favorite.
Yeah, not Donald Glover, Glover. He's a different guy.
Lesser known.
Well, congratulations. You just won a prize.
Hey, does this prize look familiar?
You just won the ultimate gaming machine. It is a Game Boy with Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, and World of Warcraft on it.
Wait. I knew you guys looked familiar. Stop trying to pawn this shit off on me.
No, it's yours.
I don't want it. Stop recording.
That's it. That's the whole video. For that to make sense, you need to watch the previous year's Comic-Con video. Watch the 2014 video, and you'll see. The question that I've been getting is, was it staged? I will never reveal that. I'm sorry. That cannot be revealed. But I mean, you know, just enjoy it. Use your imagination. And you'll have a good time. But watch the previous year and you'll understand why I ended it like that. I still have that that Game Boy, by the way. That true story, that Game Boy with the Call of Duty discs and the game link cable. Regality actually sent that to me like a year and a half ago. And it's real. I mean, it is a physical object that exists. And it has World of Warcraft and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 taped together. So that was probably one of the most expensive gags. Game Boy Color, cable, and those two games. If you take the worth of all of those objects when they were new, it's over $200. Like over $250 probably worth of money, of joke. Just for Reg to make a joke to send me that stupid thing. And I guess he's getting his money's worth because it's been in 2 videos so far. Also, I have my skull now, so one of the power skulls has been assembled. Yeah, so that's the video. I'll tell you what, if you guys have any questions about the video, now's the time to ask, because after this, I'm going to check out the art of the superhero comics that people made that were amazing, some of which I regret not using. Others of which I brought, but no one gave a good answer for, sadly. So now's a good time for questions. How many people gave you back their prizes? Only the dog bone, apparently. You're looking good. What's the secret? The blood of children. Did I meet any famous people? No. The worst reaction was someone who stopped the interview halfway that is not in the film. Was there, that was the one that I had to stop. Was there any cringy people? Yeah, I mean, there's always cringy. Even I'm a little cringy, but who cares? You know, it's whatever. I mean, if cringe is the worst thing that you have to deal with, then, I mean, good. That's fine. Do I like funny jokes? Yeah, I do. Those are good. Where is your hat? I wore it. How many blowjobs did you get on the show floor? 3 on the show floor. Yeah, like in front of everyone, yeah. But it was in the car. That was, the honk was me while I was interviewing someone. Yes. Do I regret talking to anyone there? No, not really. I had a good time. What shitty stores do you go to for birthday presents? Just dollar stores, basically, for anything. As Rupert says, the local Dollar Trees, which is his way of saying Dollar Tree. How much did you spend on the dollar store prizes? Maybe like $15 total. Are people awkward as fuck around you? Sometimes, but most of the people that I met were pretty nice or respectful of my space and kind of understood what was going on. That was for the meetup, and it worked out really well. I also have a lot of pictures, so I'm gonna compile like an album of pictures so you can see the meetups. It'll be good. How often did people come up to you? Maybe once an hour, once every half hour. And then everyone else I met at the meetup when I tweeted it. So it was cool. You look Jewish. Nope. No, I'm Italian. Cringe humor is the worst humor. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I actually find Kyle's videos really funny, and Borat and everything. But here's the thing. I don't think I'm doing cringe humor. I'm literally just asking people to identify comics. I think the whole secondhand embarrassment thing is really just overstated, and people need to get over it, because what's the worst that happens when someone gets the name of a comic book wrong? Nothing. You know what I mean? It's such a low thing on the list of things that are bad, but it's so, listen, I used to get it too. Secondhand embarrassment, something I used to get, but it's not a big thing. I find sometimes it to be funny, but if you notice, the way I used to do things 4 years ago, 3 years ago at Comic-Con are a little different these days. They're more in on the joke this time. It's not me making fun of people at their expense. It's more, well, let's have some fun and let's do something stupid together. And I don't think that's too cringy. However, there are some people that will always be awkward in front of a camera, and I suppose that's where the cringe came from mostly. So, let's see. What's the worst thing to happen to you at one of the events? Nothing that I can immediately think of, so it must not have been that bad. Are you actually a frog? Yes. Who do you think gave you your throat bug? Probably Beast. If you need a new camera, look into the Canon C100 MK2. Expensive, but worth it. Okay, thank you. Cheese nipples, very good, yes. Were there awkward silences? Sure, yeah. It's the funniest answer. My favorite answer was the Minion Minority Man, in terms of just how wrong it was, but also it was really unexpected from him, and that's what made me laugh about it. I liked Yukon Castaway a lot, and I also liked Thunder Cunt. So there's a lot of good ones. Yeah, there's a ton of good ones. And Chris was just so perfect. Did I understand the costume of each person you interviewed? Some of them, yeah. Most people, I have no idea what they're cosplaying as. Would you ever go again, even if you knew you would get AIDS? No. Weirdest costume? Just a dude in a really, like a dude with a dad body, except overweight dad body, in a Speedo. Like, it's one thing, sure, you want to wear a Speedo, but to an event where you're, like, bumping into people, and, like, your big sweaty ass and cock are, like, rubbing against people who are all condensed together, it was gross. His ass, I'm surprised they let him in, because he may as well have been wearing a thong. So I'm pretty sure what happened was this dude snuck in. He was some kind of cosplay. I don't know what he was. I'm sure there was something, like, but I just remember this dude, he probably snuck in with, like, clothes on and then took his clothes off. And then it was just him in, like, a thong, like, Speedo thing. And, again, my friend Rupert could vouch for that. It was really fucking gross. Yeah. So a few more questions and then I'll show you the art. There were plenty of Sonic cosplays, yeah. Was the food good? No, the food at the con is gross. You got to walk down. I walked down the block like 4 or 5 blocks to get to this market called Gotham West. It's like a food court, and it's really, really good. What country would you go to? I've never left the United States. So at the moment, there is definitely... I can only handle like maybe 2 or 3 cons a year. Even 3's pushing it. I'm not a huge fan of conventions. The novelty kind of wears off for me. And then it just kind of becomes like, can I sleep today? So, yeah, it's not like I haven't been to the West Coast for a convention. I mean, you never know. Maybe one day. But keep in mind, too, like, no one is flying me out to these things. Like, I still have to pay for travel and room and stuff. And the benefits of going to a convention kind of aren't something that outweigh the time and expenses for me to do the convention. So that's why I stick to the ones on the East Coast. It's a lot more, Comic-Con, it takes me a few hours to get to by commute, or an hour and a half. Boston's like a 4-hour drive. I can handle that. And the Philadelphia one's pretty good too. Too many games. Did you do anything good at the panels? I didn't. Did I see anything good? I don't go to panels at Comic-Cons because I don't feel like waiting all that time. Just came in. Did your winning dice roll at Dungeons and Dickory versus me make it into this video? Oh my god. Wow, that is amazing. Actually, it didn't make it into the video, but I'll show you bonus footage. I didn't think it fit the video very well, actually, because it really was just me winning and you couldn't really hear anything. So I didn't include it, but actually I'm stunned that someone here just randomly was from Comic-Con that I spoke to. So I'll tell you what, here's a deleted scene of me winning a dice roll. I don't even remember what I won, to be honest. I probably, it was a pin, I think, right? Let's see. Okay, where is it? Where is it? There's so much stuff. There's also a booth that had like bones, like human like skeletons and stuff. I could show you for a sec. Here's a little bit more deleted footage that I didn't really know what to do with. And it was just one of those weird. Yeah. I mean, there's stores like that in cities. Like there's one called Evolution in New York City where you can go to and you can buy like bones and fossils and shit. It's cool, but I don't know how I feel about it at a convention. Okay, so here we go. Kevin, I think this is you actually. Wow, this is again, it's surprising that you caught me here. So you must have taken my card to heart. So right now we don't have any volume. In fact, I don't think there's any volume for this at all. No, there's none, sadly. But so I went to this booth and the idea is you do a dice roll and if you win, you get a prize. And I actually won the dice roll. But no audio, really dark footage. And I don't really know where I could fit it in, sadly. So, yeah, there's some deleted footage. This really is like a director's commentary. For like the shittiest movie of all time. Alright, if you have vertigo, if you get vertigo easily, you may want to look away. Or if just the thought of, you know, looking over a building is scary to you, yeah, you're not going to like this. So I'll show you this footage. This is me on top of that building, looking like directly down. Keep in mind, I have the camera strapped around my neck. So if it fell, if it slipped my hands, then, you know, it wouldn't go anywhere. But, yeah. Notice I'm shaking a little bit. I mean, I have a bit of vertigo, so this was not easy for me to do, but I thought it was worth it for the footage. And it was just such a cool opportunity, so I said, why the fuck not? But I ended up cutting it anyway, because I only used this footage in the beginning. So, and that is the Javits Center. That is where Comic-Con was held. So that's how far away this place was. And, yeah. Hang on a sec. I might have... Yeah, we got a little bit more. If you're curious to see what the city looks like from on top of a building. Burp, burp. That's towards Times Square that way. So you'll notice the congestion is just massive, and then you'll still see like the advertisements kind of, you know. So that is, yeah, this is more towards the craziness. Also, you see the cars on the roof? That's a car dealership. I mean, that's how, I'm pretty sure oh no, it might be a parking lot, actually. I'm not sure now. But it's just crazy. Like, just Manhattan is nuts. I love it. So, that's the deleted footage. And Kevin, thank you. Thank you for sticking around Vinesauce. That's cool as shit. And Dungeons and Dickory. I still don't know what it is, but it's a great name. Can I pinpoint the exact moment you got conflu? No, I can't, but I can show you something. I'm going to compile an album of pictures, but this was the Thursday night meetup. This was the first meetup crowd. And there are some of the people I met. Everyone here was great. I mean, honestly, I didn't meet anyone that wasn't great. But the next 2 days were like double that, and then actually the next day was like double that, and Saturday was like double that. So it was crazy. At one point, I walked outside to the meetup spot, and I was just like, I looked around me, and I noticed like a crescent moon of people was forming around me. I was like, whoa, okay. I was like, listen, talk amongst yourselves, everyone, because I have no idea how I'm supposed to entertain all of you. So I ended up just talking to people and taking pictures and stuff and giving out kazoos. So yeah, so that was Comic-Con, and now I will show you all some of the art that didn't make it. Marissa, you are not a Digimon. Wait, were you? Now I don't know. Now I'm confused. But yeah, Marissa was pretty much next to me in the photos. Like whenever there was a group shot, I was like, get in here. So it was cool. I think we had a good time. We had some Konome, Marissa, and I, and some others. We ended up getting food. It was great. It was fun. I mean, the only thing that sucked was how tired I was, how much my back hurt, and then getting sick for like a week and a half after. But otherwise, it was great. And the video will be there. So now I want to show you guys some of the art that didn't quite make it. This one was from A Cool Fish. So if you have a name for the characters, you know, feel free. I wouldn't even know. I would probably call this guy Smork. I think he's got a toilet brush cleaner, like a toilet cleaner brush. I don't know what's going on his head. It could be like a flesh pompadour. So I'm going to call him Smork the Flesh Pompadour. That's my name for him. Then there was this one from Et tu per se, which is just, it's really good. Again, I didn't see much comedic potential because it is so good, but I definitely, it reminds me of that one X-Man. Who's the X-Man I'm thinking of, guys? The one with Sabretooth, is it? But the art is fantastic. From Blank Face, I would call that one, I don't really have a name for that one. Just like Wolverine. This guy is from Blank Face, and it says here the name is Captain What Was My Superhero Name Again? So I guess this superhero actually just doesn't even know who he is. Now, I get it, that's like the cartoon, like, bump on the head, but it just kind of looks like he's growing a dick out of his head. So I'm going to call him Super Dick Boy Head Man. Let's see. Now this is, obviously you've seen the other art that's in the video, so I won't be showing that. Zeratul X made this one. It's a samurai and a Canadian together, so obviously this is Samurai Canadian or Samurai Canuck. This one is from Enzific, and it's like a goat man, which I've seen on Saturday Night Live, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's interesting. And it's like a like this, if the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles didn't quite work in an alternate universe, they would have been Teenage Mutant Ninja Goatmen. So Zolta drew this one. I don't even, nope, not even. From Hidden Grump. Well, he's got a V tie, so the tie is kind of related to Vinesauce. And he looks like a businessman, but he's got pink hair. Like he's kind of just, a business twat, I would call him. Yeah. Yeah, I think business twat would be my name for this guy. This is one that I probably, in retrospect, would have used, because this one's from Reggie Giggity. I like this one because it's just so stupid. And he's got a duck bill for a cock. You know, well, a cod piece. I'm sorry, a cod piece. And it's just, he's got the Vinesauce kazoo. That might have been why I didn't use it. But I like this because it is so dumb. And there's a seahorse on his shoulder, on his breast. So, I mean, really, duck crotch, there's a lot of different, like duck bill crotch, or maybe just Bill. Maybe his name is Bill. I could have seen some pretty decent answers for this one, but I didn't use it. And let me explain the reason why I didn't use some of this art was because I don't have a printer that works right now, and I had to go to Staples to print this shit out. And I wanted it to be printed in high quality, and I thought I was going to get it laminated, which would have cost, as I found out, for the 18 or so pieces that I printed, which was already pretty expensive. Then to laminate them would have been like $45. So I just bought like the cheaper plastic covers, which still cost a little bit. But in any case, the reason I didn't print all of them or more of them out was simply because of costs. But honestly, you know, having too many in the video, I didn't think would have been a great idea. I kind of wanted to keep it kind of simple. I mean, the video's already 15 minutes, which is a lot for my Comic-Con videos. And I feel like keeping the characters centralized worked better. And of course, some of them I wouldn't have been sure if people would have really figured a good name out for them. So but really though, apologies to anyone whose art I didn't use. This one is from Fury Extra Large, and it's like just a hammerhead robot fellow. I don't know. But here's what his name is: Hammerhead Robot Arm, Pink Lips, Ear Holes, Torso, Arm Guy. When in doubt, just look at all the things on the character and say all of the things and add man, guy, or boy to the end of it. Or you know, whatever. Just throw them all together. So like, oh, he's a robot hammerhead man. And that's how you do it. From Shadow Obnair. Shadow O.B. Nair. I wouldn't even begin to know what this guy could be called. I'm just going to call him Flatulence. That's it, like Flatulence from... What planet could this be? It's probably a moon orbiting the moon. Flatulence from Moon. Or Space Mold, as someone is saying in chat. Spooky Monster Man. The Spook Duke. I like that one. That's not bad. Let's see. This one is from Nikki Kakaka. Nikki Kakaka, I think is how you say that. It's is that kale or are those leeks? It's just bear leek. Bearleak or Leek. Yeah, bear leek, all one word. But he's got milk socks, so there's some element of that, I guess. From Sprouty, here was one I actually printed, but no one came up with a good name for. It was nothing that anyone could really say to make this, have a good name. So I didn't end up using the footage. I only actually used it on maybe one or two people anyway, but I think it was two. So yeah, I have this printed, and I think it's a really, really great superhero. I think it's weird as fuck, and it looks like the Okuz from Twilight Princess, and it's got a belly button nipple. Notice the theme of nipples this year for the art. A lot of nipples on these characters. I mean, let's see, what are some of your names? Puffy Nipnop, Harry Chick, Goblin Harpy, Rest in Peace Bird Person. Hey, it's too soon, man. Harpy Brain, Pube Burb. I would call this Mini Chozo, but I really like it. And it's a shame I couldn't quite use it. Rydenbrand submitted this one, and this was, again, one of those ones I wasn't sure people would really figure out, because I would just assume most people just say Baby Man, but I really, really do like this one. That face is fucking priceless. I love it. It's just a matter of what would you even call this thing? Mr. Bulge, Plumbus, the hanging cock. Okay, Squilly's pretty good. Fingers McGee. Masturbatorious. Or Masturbacious, okay. Donald Lump. These are some interesting names you guys are coming up with. Armswaddle Tuft Man. Note the spaghetti fingers. This is another one that I used from... This one was made by Rivosi Evil. Or Eval. And no one really got a good answer. The girl at the end that was dressed as Mankind, she had like Mew Mew something kitty strong or something like that, and that was close, but for some reason I decided not to go with it. However, I like the art. It's weird, and it's... Is that the Pokemon with the 1,000-yard stare? Is that what's going on here? What was it? Esper or something like that. Mew Mew Swole Cat. Yeah. So it's a bit infringy, but I like it nonetheless. I thought it was a funny one. I tried it. Didn't quite work, but I gave it a shot. Pure Gaming made this one. And I don't even know. It's like, is that a raccoon or a pig? I can't tell. But his backpack is soda. I think the other thing is, too, he carries his cell phone in his crotch. So there's a lot of elements to this, but I thought it might have been a little bit too vague for people to come up with good answers. I like the art, though, and I think it's great. Pig Coon. The Oinkinator. Why the Mustache? That's a good name. Nubby Plorpig. Plorcoon. Porcoon. Yeah, that's pretty good. Porkoon. That's not bad. So, yeah, that one's pretty good. A lot of these were really hard to turn down. From Shioi, I think is how you say this. This one's pretty easy. It's just Worman. Or Worm Woman. It's a little too obvious, which is why I didn't choose it, but I definitely get the Earthworm Jim vibe. And it's pretty clear that the Worm Woman definitely, there's definitely something that, okay, I don't have anything to say about it. I tried. Sometimes you just start a sentence and hope it finishes itself. That kind of didn't work that time. From Winter XYZ, this one was a Photoshop that, again, I almost used because of how fucking weird it is. I figured this would have really stumped people, but it didn't. Or rather, I didn't go with it because it was actually a Photoshop, or it was too realistic looking. I was going more for art. Notice the knob on the bottom there, the knoblin. So the knoblin is strong. There's eye lasers. It would have freaked people out. I think it would have got some good reactions, but I ultimately, again, decided that it was not right for what I was doing. So, the bones, Captain Bone Zone. Noblin Man, yeah, just call him Noblin Man. From Retro... Oh, I'm sorry, Regret Roulette. Again, a little bit obvious, but I like this. It's just Soap Person. There's not much more to it than that, but it is well done, and it could almost be legit. Soap Person. This one was made by Tree Spaz, and it's like a wasp human with a rubby baby buggy bumper on its waist. It's got like a duck swimmy. Or is that a hornet? I don't know. I don't know. But nice art. Again, I'm not showing the ones I used in the video. So this one's from Notebook. And this one probably had the most reactions on the forum. And I was tempted. I was very tempted to use it, but, you know, dicks. And also it looks a little bit like Fred. The character here is, this is what's written. Character's name is Penis Kinesis Man. Weaknesses or has erectile dysfunction. His powers don't work on himself. Powers makes his foes instantly gasm. See, that's kind of an orgasmo thing. Catchphrase, you're busting my balls! So, the character's name could be Fredonger. You know, there's lots of directions. And again, I almost included it just for shock value, but I decided against it. From Cantaloupe. Nice art. Really nice art. Very obvious. The name that Cantaloupe used was Jack-O-Lantern. But I think most people probably would have said Pumpkin Man. Because when you're on the spot, when you have a microphone in your hand or in your face, and you're on camera, the obvious answers tend to just surface. And it's like, oh yeah, I'll just say this just to be done with it and get on to the next one. So that's why I kind of went with the less obvious ones. Let's see. By the way, this was the winner. This was my favorite. Because I think that's me on the bottom, on the right there. And it's like, do I have a gun arm? It's a cheap gun, right? But it's also weird. And there's the skeleton banjo. I just love the art for this one. And I would totally read this comic. It looked, for me, it was the most confusing and also maybe the best. And here's the thing. Everyone I showed this to was completely stumped or were like, can we do another one? Not that that was exactly what I was looking for, but I definitely enjoyed it. But obviously the name of the comic book is Chris. So, King of Sad drew this. And it is pretty much that character that he keeps drawing over and over again. But he's like kind of like a masked crusader with a basketball. Love the vein popping out of the neck. Again, didn't use it, but love it. Let's see. This one is impressive. Mariek drew this. And I think this is maybe on a technical level one of the very best. It's so fucking cool. It's too cool for me to have used because I wasn't sure it would get any decent responses. But I love this art. And the dude is his own weapon. His head is a fucking flail. Someone in chat just said Ace of Mace. Dusty Chains. You know what I mean? Like there's so many good, everyone in chat too is flipping out over this. So this is a great piece of art. I love the art style and man, I would fucking read this comic. So Ace of Mace is one of them. Flailhead. Pain Zone. Those are some of the weapons. Moaning Star. Unchained. Yeah. Alice is Chains is another answer. That's a good one. So yeah, that one again is from Mariek. This one is from Jeh. And this is like a team, like a superhero team, and they all have weird attributes. Like the dude in the front, baseball bats, baghead, you know, bull person. A lot going on, but I like it. There's the dude on the right has a hook with a banana on it and a tentacle. It's like, what? Yeah, so this is getting into like extremely weird abstract art, but I really love some of it. From Van Batier. Van Batier says, I accidentally got too inspired by the Rick and Morty comics that ironically my drawing didn't end up being very bizarre. Yeah, it's kind of, there's definitely that Rick and Morty vibe. I guess the kid is going to space. But here's the thing. This will be a great one-issue comic where the old man lights the rocket in the first like 2 or 3 pages, and then the kid explodes like in the sky into fireworks, and then the old man just like, oh god, I've killed him, and then he runs away, and then every other page of this comic, every panel is the same shot of where the kid exploded, just for like 30 pages, 24 pages. It's just the same thing, the same night sky. The end. Comic series is over. And that's it. Brock and Shoddy. Tick and Cocky, Red and Arrow. Some interesting name submissions there. Kind of winding down now from Krongville. There's a lot of good stuff here. This reminds me of the Mount Your Friends art a little bit. I love the art. The face is beyond bizarre. He's got like a comical Richard Nixon nose. And like his clothes are amazing. He's got a massive bulge. There's definitely some level of like a dick nose here. So I was assuming people would just go like, oh, it's dick nose. Yeah, definitely. That's Dongerman dick nose. But great art and really weird. Didn't end up using it, but still, again, I really like it. From Bacon N Boss, here's 3D Man. But here's the thing. It's only the blue and red 3D. So this is like old school shitty 3D. Like that you got in those dinosaur books because Jurassic Park did so well at the box office. So, yeah. His superpower is giving you a headache when you're done with him. There's a few more that weren't submitted in that thread, so I'm going to go look for those real quick. Hang on a sec. Oh, where is it? One second, guys. I'm looking for the... Here it is. Got it. Okay. So, there is a bit more. Like this one. Crayon person from Captain Asparagus. And also from Captain Asparagus, here are his two heroes. Yeah. Not really even sure what to say about these, but if you have names, you know, great. They're awesome in their own weird way. Cinepepper drew this. And I showed this to like 2 people, and they could not come up with an answer. I think the drawing is really well done. I just don't think anyone had any idea where to begin coming up with a name for this. So if you guys have anything, you know, go for it. I would probably say like, nope, I got nothing. Panty and Stocking. Okay, there you go. That's a name. Poppy and Popo. Kawaii Kuno. Astro Laces. So, yeah. This one was by Plasma Giant. And it is Pizza Cutter Man. It's like Pizza Cutter Cyborg. Now, I wasn't sure those were pizza cutters at first, but once I confirmed that they were indeed pizza cutters, it went from one level of good to another level of good. Again, I didn't use it because I figured I was going to get the same answer for it over and over again, but it is really cool. This next one is from Not a Gutter Rat, and it is a rabbit with carrot guns and roller skates. So yeah, figure that shit out. The names I'm seeing, Pizza Cutler. It could have been a good previous one. Furry Tresh, someone just said. Rabbit Thug, Bugs Bunny, Jazz Jackrabbit. Hey, wait, these are real people. Bugs Blaster, Radical Rabbit. Yeah, that could work. This one's from the Cake 64. And this is another one of those, I have no idea where to even begin with this. Again, it's really, really well done, but like, what is happening? I don't know. So let's see. Lottery Boy Capsule Fellow. tennis ball, the pitching machine, the assimilation monsoon. Oh, those are tennis balls. I thought they were like futuristic orbs. Pachinko bot. Oh, Konami's going to adapt that into a video game. And this one is from Mr. Martin. And this is, it's like a night elf, kind of like a dark night elf with like orc blood axe. Again, the art is really, really nicely done, but maybe not the best for trying to stump random people. Regardless, though, this was a really, really great Comic-Con, and then someone just donated 2 cents to me. I just found, it's like, oh, you have an email. I look, you've been donated 2 cents. Amazing. So, anyway, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. And thank you, everyone. Seriously, I mean it. Thank you, everyone who submitted art for this thing. I'm really, really sorry I couldn't use everyone's, but, you know, such is life. And it was a long edit, and it was a long 3 days. But I hope the video made at least a few people laugh, and I hope to see everyone again at next year's Comic-Con. So, until then, as for me, I'm done for now. I have to go to the studio, like now. I have to start leaving. Like, I have to start leaving. At least start leaving. But I might be back later after the studio with some more streams. I have a few things that I've been meaning to stream this week. So, maybe we'll get to them tonight. And if not, then tomorrow. But thank you once again, everyone. Take care and enjoy the video if you haven't seen it. So, peace out.